Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another layout using the Double Scoop Studio Calico kit. This is the 12th layout using this kit. It took me an hour and 1 minute to complete. I'm showing you some of the stuff that I may be using. A lot of it is from the kit, but I'm starting to run out of stuff to actually use as embellishment. So I'm gonna very soon start getting more and more stuff that's not from the kit because it's getting pretty depleted. And I'm actually in real time, I guess, I'm starting layout 21. I'm hoping tonight, but I think we'll see how the rest of the evening goes. I just did a day shift and now I voiceover, so just depends how much time I have. And this layout is my daughter last year when we were at the competition in Niagara Falls. Like, they have a day that they have to do curls to their hair and the other day they have to do straight hair, and they take it seriously. And none of them, like, some of them are really quite young. Like, it goes from a faraway tournament like that, or um, competition. It's usually like 10, 11 and above that go, but they're still up in the morning at 6 o'clock, and they're doing their hair, and so they're really committed. So I just showed you all the different papers that I think that I might be using, and I'm going to cut down the photos. And one picture is what they do is they do each other's hair and makeup. And so one picture, it's one of the moms that was on the trip with us that is doing her daughter's hair, and my daughter's doing her makeup, and then the daughter's doing my daughter's hair after, and it's a big process. Like, it takes a long time. It takes them a couple of hours to get ready. And so I'm just going to make sure. I think the pictures are about 4 by 4, and it didn't look straight to me, and that's why I kind of folded it to see if it kind of matched, and it was off a little bit. So then I just cut it down a little bit more. I'm going to mount both photos on black cardstock so that they stand right out. And in that room, the hotel room, it had really deep red walls, and then in the bathroom it had a soft yellow. Well, because of the wallpaper, it looked like a yellow light. So you have reds and yellows, and I'm gonna play on that, and I'm gonna put red and yellows on this layout, and also some black because they're dressed in black. And I love this paper with the big polka dots, and so I just cut a chunk off, and I might change it after. It seems to me I used a big, no, what I did was 2 pieces. I'm going to end up using 2 pieces. I then cut another piece of that hexagon paper, and then I'm going to cut a about 4-inch piece from that heart paper, and I love that heart paper. I think by the time that I'm done this kit, there won't be too much left of that heart paper because I really like it. So again, I put another piece of that big polka dot, and now I'm going to cut down, like I said, about a 4-inch strip, I guess, of those hearts. And I'm going to stick it in behind the photo. And then I'm going to find another piece of pattern paper, and I'm going to decide on that red. It says I love you in script. And I don't even know if I had it out with the pattern papers that I wanted to use with this layout. But at this point, I felt like it needed a punch of color, and that's when I decided to really soon, I think, to bring in the red paper. And now I'm trying to think what I'm going to put in that upper right corner, and I'm going to cut a piece of that big yellow polka dot, and this is where I decide to bring the red pattern paper, and I'm just going to cut a strip, and I'm going to cut it into little pieces, and then once I have it there, or maybe it's once I go through my stickers and I find a ribbon and it made me think of, you know, flags or banners, and or maybe it was these wood veneer, and then that's when I decide that I'm going to cut those two pattern papers into a flag shape or a banner shape. So how I start these layouts is I've said this before, is I sit on my bed and I kind of match papers. I don't even know what pictures I'm going to use yet. And as I get more and more layouts done with, you know, the combination that I had at first, I sit down again and retry, you know, to find more combinations. And then I find photos to go with the pattern, and then I find the embellishments. So when I start these layouts, I have absolutely no idea where these layouts are going to go. A lot of times I'll have a lot of pictures, like, you know, 4 to 6 pictures, and I end up choosing X amount. And I just, you know, play, and things just kind of pop into my head. And that's what happens when I take out this little, there's a little banner that says "You're so lovely," and it's in yellow. When I saw that little, almost looks like those little ribbons that you get maybe in middle school, you know, good job, and a little ribbon, you know, first place, or it kind of looks like that. And I'm taking it out right now, and that's when I thought, oh, I can do some, you know, tails on those two pieces of paper, and then it looks like little banners or flags or tags or whatever they're called. And that's where the whole thing came from, is from that little sticker that I took. So what I do is I take a whole bunch of different embellishments, I just throw it in the middle of the page, and I'm not really sure at this point what is going to be used and what's not going to be used. And once I feel like I have enough, I glue down the pattern paper, and then I start, you know, putting the embellishments together. At this point, I just want all the papers to kind of coordinate, and of course I just think about this after the fact. So instead of lining it this time, I'm just going to take a sponge and distress it with some black ink, and it's black soot ink from Ranger. So this is where I'm going to cut those pieces of pattern paper so that they look like little banners. And then I'm going to distress it with some ink. And I kind of cut that piece of pattern paper in two, and I'm just going to leave it like that because you really can't tell once it's glued down because it's in behind the photo. So, and then I'm going to glue that cluster of photos right there. And I decided where, you know, it's kind of a cheerleading, and their colors are gold, black, and white. So I wanted to bring some gold, and so I'm going to use another doily. And like I said, I'm not a big gold fan, but this is what I like about these kits, that it kind of pushes me to do stuff that I think, this isn't, you know, my style, and I don't try it out. Well, with a kit, I kind of force myself to actually use what's in the kit. And it's surprising on how many things that I thought, this isn't for me, and I really like it. And then it becomes part of, you know, what I like. For example, those mini markets, the round ones, the sticky keys, I did not like those at all. And then I got some in a Studio Calco kit, and now I just love them. And I love using them on titles and stuff. So I thought I was maybe going to be able to use that star that Maureen gave me in a rack. And I had someone ask me what rack meant, and I think it was Celine. And it just means random act of kindness. And, you know, because totally did not have to do that. So it was totally random, and it was an act of kindness. So that's what rack stands for. So I'm going to use that washi tape that we got in the kit, and it coordinates with all the colors and that I put on this layout. And then there was, what are they called? A transparency, a black transparency. So I cut it in a couple of pieces and I'm going to use it on this layout. And I love using transparencies that way, just to tuck in behind stuff, and it kind of adds color to the layout. And then that little heart there has little sequins all over it, and it actually came in a freckled fawn kit. And I thought it was perfect because their outfits are, full of sequins and bling. So I just thought it coordinated really well with this layout because their outfits is full of sequins or bling. And then I found this sticker that came in one of the sticker books, and it said memories. And I thought that's exactly what she's going to have. Like once she, retires from cheerleading, and when she looks at all these pictures, it'll bring back so many memories because they did spend a lot of hours getting ready. Physically with all the practices and the conditioning, but also at competitions getting ready with their hair and makeup and all that stuff. So now I'm going to work on that top cluster, and that piece of pattern paper that I cut down and then some washi tape, I'm going to put a little heart to that top right, and then I glued down that acetate in behind the photo. And then I'm going to start gluing down those little stars that came in this month's kit. They're like acetate little stars, and they came in a ton of colors. And I have them just about used up. I think I only have like maybe 6 to 9 left. And, I used quite a bit on almost every layout. So there was quite a bit in the kit. And now I'm going to use a sticker that Maureen got me from Heidi's Swap. And then I'm going to use that little arrow. I'm just going to put it at the top of the layout. And then I'm going to take out my Mind's Eye little stickers. And I'm going to choose 3 words. And the words are delightful and happy and change. And that's because they have to change their look so much. One day it's got to be the curls, and the next day it's got to be the straight hair, and everything is got to be just so, because they'll actually lose points if something's not amiss. If something's amiss. And now I'm going to take out some twine and ball it up, and I'm going to put it into 3 different areas. And I think the battery had died, so like I said, I'm really trying to get caught up so I can start on the Scraptastic kit. So what I did was I took a black Copic marker and put it on these American Craft Thickers, the rubber ones that were in gray, and I colored them in black. And the title is just going to be curls ... And I'm just going to put it on the side of the layout. And those Copic color in those letters really well. And now I'm going to take out my box that I put my layout in. I'm going to cover my pictures, and I'm going to sprinkle 3 colors, a black, a yellow, and a red. And they're all Mr. Huey. And I love adding some splatters. It just adds where the page, and maybe it's because when I used cardstock, it looks more blank in the background. So if you add some splatters, it kind of adds dimension to the page. So now I'm looking through my enamel dots, and I'm going to find some in, I don't think I had black ones. No, I had gray ones, and I colored them in with the Copic marker. And so I made my own black ones, and then yellow and red. So I put 1 of each color in each of the little cluster. So sometimes it takes a couple of coats, to get them covered, but it doesn't take too long. And You know, if I would wait until they dried before I touch them, it would probably help. But I'm a little impatient. I just want to, get it done, and then that I can get going on my other page after that. So once those enamel dots are glued down, I'm going to show you close-ups and then some still pictures of each different embellishment area. And that's it. The page is done. So thanks for watching. Bye.